I won't move.
Do not move. All right, lady. All right, ready? Deep breath.
So my acting journey began from childhood. I've been inspired by seeing my uncle perform when I was a kid. I just saw him on the stage, and even if it was small, performances at the fairgrounds or weddings or anything like that, anything in relation to that, I would watch him and be a little girl that was just staring at the stage and watching him, like, literally unafraid to do that in front of so many people and just sing. So it inspired me to really, I don't even think it inspired me. I think that it literally just kind of molded me. It just molded me to go in that direction. I mean, when you're around, equalizers or speakers or just, the microphone and the guitar playing and crossing out notes, rewriting something. I mean, all of that just somehow has been the building blocks to just, I guess, my personality and the wants and desires that I have. Maybe not in music so much because I can't sing, but in creativity just in general. It was my friend's death that made me return to acting and to the creative world. It made me realize, how valuable time is. Being a working parent and, having my kids being supportive, yes, they've been very supportive. There's been times that I actually have really, really second-guessed myself and just think maybe that, I mean, there's so many factors that come into it, age and, just you live a normal life. You've already have things established. Is this something I really should be doing? But you can't suppress who you are. And that's just something I've been setting aside or pushing aside. And they remind me of that, to go after what I've always wanted to do. And they remind me that I've put things aside to live a normal life. One of the persons that inspired me to start acting, or just inspired me in general, was Tina Turner. I was playing in my living room one day and she comes on. It was a movie. She was actually, or I'm sorry, she was in a concert. And her hair and her makeup, her wardrobe, the lights, everything, she brought so much energy to the stage. I just stopped everything I was doing and just watched her. I mean, I've seen my uncle perform, and that's been the basis, it's been the fundamentals of my life training, or whatever you want to call it. But the moment I saw her, I don't know, it's like I could see the energy she was taking from the crowd. And I felt that, and I felt that I actually wanted to experience that. And I ultimately was pushed into it through my counselor at school. That's how I came back to all that. What I like about being on set is you meet a lot of people. And it's so true that this community shrinks the more you work, because you run into so many people you worked with. So I enjoy the fact that I've met so many from all over, from LA, from San Francisco, and everybody doing the same thing like me, just driving back and forth or flying in. What I don't like, it's not so much I don't like it, it's just that it is time consuming when you're on set, because everybody thinks it's easy to, you know, come in and then you're done. And that's not the case. It's a lot of time and effort from so many people that are in the back or behind the camera. But basically it's hours of reshoots, of holding, of, you know, is the light correct? Someone said something wrong, they have to reshoot it. Just you spend so much time away from family and miss events and things like that. So I decide on my roles through just if it's going to be something I'm going to take as far as learning. Sometimes it's if I know people that are going to be on set, if I enjoyed the energy and working with that group of people and they've already kind of mentioned that they're going to be on it, it's another reason I take it. We're not always given all the details, so it's, you know, kind of just mostly for me, it's if I'm going to do something that kind of goes with my values too. I don't go against my values. Certain roles I won't take. Primarily just, you know, if I'm going to learn something from it. The aspect of acting that I enjoy the most is taking on the character. I enjoy becoming something that's completely opposite of me sometimes, or the fact that people don't really know if that's really who I would be. So I enjoy just the different characters I can become and explore it and just sometimes even take on something or learn something from that character. I was forced to take theater because I failed a class, argumentation class, and so the first time I ever had to actually perform in front of my acting class and people believed it, I realized that it just caused something to awaken. I mean, I've always liked creativity, but one girl in particular, she just looked at me and said, wow. So that's what awakened it and why I like that aspect, just taking on that character. I prepare for a role through writing the script out first, then I rehearse it, usually with one of the kids, and then just memorize it through either listening to it, recording myself. I record myself because I move a lot. I tend to have a lot of movement when I speak or a lot of use of my hands. So I record just to also correct myself. But mainly is through recording my voice and listening to it too. In the next 3 years, I see myself growing as an actor in my experience. I plan on getting more training and now joining into the Actors Union. Definitely I want to see growth, personal growth and in my roles. I would also like to meddle with films and making films or producing them, but definitely become a stronger actor. Currently working on is a story about partially my life, something I've had on my shoulders for a very long time, which is my sister's mental illness, and I decided to write it out because that was probably the best therapy that I could come up with. And I shared it with the director and he adapted it for me. And it's something I want to bring to life. I'm finding my actors now and my locations, and it's, you know, part of my culture. It depicts my culture in the ways that we handle so many things. Primarily this focus is on my sister's mental illness and how it was dealt and the things we could have done differently, but we didn't. And so that's my project right now. That's what I want to work on and focus on.
Did you hit the mic, silly?
I did.
You're like a kid.
Go to your room.
Go to your room. Go to your room. Oh, that sounds so crazy. With me like speaking like right into it.
Oh,
Like,
because
it's like, yeah.
you're like, hey.
I'm like, oh wait.
I was the
What an idiot.
I was the kid that
Numbnut with juice in his hair. You got this one looking like goddamn Jack Nicholson and Robert De Niro all at the same damn time. I don't know who the hell I am. I'm just some film guy, but
apparently I think just me. I'm gonna go watch the Three Stooges when I get home. I don't know who the characters are very much. But...
Larry Moe and Curly, my G.
Okay, I know.
I'm gonna do this. Look, I'm gonna do this to him.
I don't get it.
Curly.
All right, I'm gonna have a field day by putting this on my TV, just watching like all the bloopers of this, and I'm gonna make a reel of just all the bloopers. This should be like a audition tape.
No.
All the different characters and faces that you make.
Thank you. Oh wait, no.
And at the end of the blooper
Do I
video,
really make that many faces?
Yes.
I like how
Damn.
I got